Chris work at, and I was speaking to the manager, and I was walking out, and Chris like, "What you doing here?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm sharing my son's story." And he was like, "What's going on with KJ?" So I gave him the story, and we talked for a minute. He read it, and then he was like, "I had no idea you was going through this and stuff." And I was like, "I'm out here advocating for KJ because he has a story, and he wasn't born this way." And everybody know he wasn't born this way, but now we're in a process with trying to prepare him for now and his future. Um, the doctor's doing a wonderful job preparing everything except for the fact that he needs a modified vehicle for his wheelchair. The vehicle I have is just not enough capacity, not enough room for, or it's just not big enough for his manual wheelchair, and it does not isn't hold his electric wheelchair.
And what's the condition called?
It's I call it cerebellum. It's cerebellum ataxia. It is over, I don't know how many different types it has, but the type that KJ has is still remains unknown. So that still leaves the doctors giving me with like limited answers because they're not sure what type he does have.
So with this condition, what's the symptoms?
It affects his balance, his coordination, his motor skills, his vision, his eyesight, his swallowing, his speech. It's on the toxin is on the back of his brain, on the cerebellum part, and so it kind of affects everything. He also has this food phobia that I always wonder why he had food phobia, and then now that we're doing more research, I do believe it's because of this learning that this disease does affect his swallowing.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. For those who's watching, this is Miss Flowers. She's coming in to speak on her son condition and just to bring more awareness to it. What I gotta ask is, you talk about the car condition, correct?
Yes.
How much is that?
Well, from my research, I mean, they can go from 30,000 up. Um, Speaking with a um, dealership that does modify vehicles, and I was they was teaching me, I was educating me like it does. They were asking for his height, his age, and weight, so that plays a big factor in it. And being that he's still growing, they're like the vehicle. They would say he may need a Toyota van, and from the research I was researching, those vans are like 48,000 up.
And it's not covered under any Medicaid, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so take me back. How old is he? How old is he now?
He's 12.
He's 12. And how old was he when he?
So I remember the last time he was in sports, he was 8 years old playing baseball. So I want to say around, I guess late eight, between 8 to 10. He's well before 10. We started noticing things. Um, he would have a hard time keeping his foot on the pedal on his bike. Small things such as like turning on the light switch in his room or lamp. Um, Zipping up his pants, and in like third grade, his handwriting turned into like scribble. So he had to relearn how to write. And then I remember just going to the doctor and being like, "Oh, something's going on. Like he more clumsier than he is. He's struggling to write. I'm like it's like he forgetting how to do stuff. Skating, balance. He just falling a lot." And she that's when she had him going to physical. He was already going to speech therapy for speech and food phobia, and he started doing physical therapy and occupational therapy. And then after so long on that, it wasn't getting better. So then she referred us to a neurologist in Dothan, which that didn't go as planned. I guess
What happened with that?
they ran tests, but they didn't run tests like they supposed to. I'm just gonna say assuming they did do some blood work, but I don't think I was took him very serious. He was the neurologist like just put him in sports. He just a boy being clumsy, put him in sports. He would be fine.
You do it off young and get over it. Just keep pushing.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
So we went back to his doctor. His therapist called his doctor, like he needed a second opinion. And then that's when we got referred to Birmingham, and he ended up getting me in Birmingham Hospital, Children UAB, for a couple of days, and then that's when we realized what was going on.
Okay, so you know what your doctors, they didn't get it attention. We had no diagnosed and get proper history.
Yes.
Okay, so is there a cure at all? Or is there a way to slow down the symptoms or anything like that, or is it gonna get worse?
It's supposed to get worse. It's not curable. It's no medicine for it. Like I said, they done a lot of tests, so the type that he does have it still remains unknown. So as his neurologist in Birmingham states that means she still can't tell me what type he has and what that means for his future.
How is that? Are you doing this all on your own?
Yes.
It's tough. So with card and other stuff, you got to be with him every day, 24/7.
Yes. He has two wheelchairs. He has a walker, gait belt. I am doing this on my own. Having to lift up walkers, put in the trunk, or lift up a manual wheelchair that barely can fit in the back of the car that I do have. And then I also have a 4-year-old, so
There's a lot of work on him.
yes.
So is there any on the not doctors, is Medicaid covering any like home assistance, anything like that?
We are working on getting home assistance with people that try to come and help me with him on certain days I week, as far as like assisting him throughout the house for me to try to help accommodate me at the house.
So it's a lot of doctor trips, I imagine.
Yes.
So the main goal is just that you're going on right now is just spread awareness and also to get help, correct?
Yes.
And with the most right now at the moment you need help getting this vehicle.
Yes.
And it's over $40,000.
Yeah. These vehicles are pretty expensive. I mean, we not making find a used one, but it's still probably it's still like 30,000.
Pretty much around is gonna be at least 40,000 or more.
Yeah.
And once again, I want to thank everybody who watched this. This is a serious situation, and if you can help and would like to, could you please email Miss Flowers here? What's your email?
It is Sierra_Elf as in flowers 14 @yahoo.com. I can spell that as CIERA_F 14 @yahoo.com.
And she would be very grateful, and I really would appreciate it on myself. This is a serious situation, and we would really appreciate it. Those who can will come help.
That people has been reaching out, trying donating. I did an event on July 20th, a fundraiser where I had sold plates to try to raise money. It didn't get the attention it needed to, but it didn't stop me to get, to keep pushing. I'm also working on another event to do another fundraiser, and hopefully September 28th.
September 28th, you gonna be selling plates again, or is it gonna be something else?
Selling plates.
And is that what you gonna cook or you gonna
Hibachi food.
about you? Okay. You a good cook?
Yes, but it's really gonna be Nene that's gonna be the ones cooking the food.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. But only thing I can think of right now is that this must be real hard on
It is. It does cause complication with me as far as health wise. Always having to assist with him and working and dealing with a 4-year-old and then constantly picking up equipment like wheelchairs. They not
you. They're not light.
no, that many wheelchair not like either. You have to keep picking it up and down. Even as far as him, he's a pretty healthy boy too.
Yeah,
His
see,
legs get heavy. He falls a lot. That comes with the condition. Uh, Trying to maintain his balance, that's very hard for him to do. Um, Also, like he have a different eating. We're working with him with food because this condition he eat different and he got this food phobia thing. He have a texture
yeah,
issue. So certain food, majority of food he won't eat. He feel like it may get stuck in his throat.
yeah,
So
that's horrible.
I'm trying to get him over that hump to try to eat a little bit healthier and better. If um, for this, they say it can help if we get him on a good healthy diet. Maybe slow it down a little bit just to help a little bit. It's still no cure, but he have this phobia thing when it comes
So
to
you
food.
would have to really like ground up his food before you
He
feed.
does have dysphagia. I think I'm saying it right. So some of his food I do cut up for him,
Mm-hmm.
and I monitor him with it, so he won't try to stuff it in because of the swallowing and difficult swallowing.
Okay. I am sorry you going through all this, but I'm gonna pray. I'm pretty sure everybody who's watching gonna be praying as well. And those who can, once again, could you please donate for KJ and Miss Sierra? Thank you for coming, for being a light, cause a lot of people they go through things, but they don't really have a voice. And believe it or not, it's probably a lot of people going through the same thing that you're going through, and probably don't know how to ask for help or just reach out and just speak up.
Right.
I want to thank you for speaking up. And until next time, people. This 5. See you later.